Hello, everyone. It's Dr. T. I'm a tech trainer and career coach, and I help professionals transition to tech by leveraging their existing skills and abilities. Today, we'll discuss the importance of Scrum Masters in an organization's decision to cultivate a culture of security. And as we talk about cybersecurity, let's use the NIST cybersecurity framework to guide our discussion. The NIST cybersecurity framework is a set of voluntary guidelines, standards, best practices designed to help the organization manage and improve their cybersecurity risk management process. So if we look at the outer circle on the diagram, those are the processes that the organization would be utilizing to beef up their cybersecurity posture. So looking at how to identify risk and incidents, how to protect against them, to detect them, respond to, and recover from them. If we look at the inner circle here, that's where govern lies, and that's where the right people are in place and the right processes are in place to govern that outer realm of risk management practices. So the Scrum Master fits right in. Uh, Remember, we talked about the Scrum Master being a servant leader, and so they govern the team's processes as it relates to infusing these cybersecurity best practices into the Scrum practices. So let's take a look at how the Scrum Master can actually engage and improve and make an impact on the organization's cybersecurity posture. So the Scrum Master plays a key role by being that servant leader down at the team level, owning the Scrum process and owning the activities that the team participates in throughout a sprint. So if we think about that process ownership, the Scrum Master is prime to help the team infuse security by design into their development processes, especially if they are focused on developing a software MVP. And remember, security by design is having code reviews and infusing penetration testing and vulnerability scanning into the development process, as well as modeling threats. So the Scrum Master is capable and should be empowered to integrate these processes into the appropriate sprint and create work items around these security by design practices to ensure that the team is actually focused on security end to end. The next area that the Scrum Master can be impactful as it relates to cybersecurity is helping the team continuously focus on access control. If they're developing an MVP and they have a user in mind and they've created their persona, they need to have the understanding about why the persona and the user is engaging with this tool and just how much information and access they need. We only want to focus on the least privilege and need to know. So the Scrum Master can continuously focus the team toward designing around access controls and implementing access controls into the MVP that they are developing. Another area for the Scrum Master to impact security is incident response. So, as the teams are developing solutions and moving the solution through the various iterations and then focusing on that final release, the team should be focused on incident response. If there is a breach of data or a system impact from a malicious actor, who on the team is tapped on to support the incident response and then do that kind of root cause analysis and be engaged to better focus on closing out that incident. So team members could be identified and engage in all of the incident response planning surrounding the tool, either before it's deployed and certainly after it's deployed. The next area for the Scrum Master to impact cybersecurity is in testing. We talked a bit about vulnerability scanning and penetration testing. So the Scrum Master could coordinate these internal or external testing activities and build it into the schedule and have the right data and access for the testing to actually be in place. Because remember, the Scrum Master is a facilitator and a process owner. And then lastly, continuous improvement. The Scrum Master schedules the retrospective at the end of every sprint. And so this is the time for the team to talk about what went well and what they could do better. And so that's a part of continuous improvement. And within this area, the Scrum Master should always direct the team to talk about how can they infuse more security into their processes and improve from a security perspective. Now, how can the team rely on the Scrum Master, and what tools would the Scrum Master use to help visualize the actions that we just spoke about? There are 3 tools that I recommend: Jira, Confluence, and Azure DevOps. Jira is a great work item and backlog tracker. I've used it in several scenarios. It's a great way to share that visibility with leadership, because you can create dashboards, and really I've found benefit in using labels and components within the tool. So if you had backlog items that were focused on security, you could actually label them and then create reports off of them in terms of tracking, the closeout and tracking the workflow of these items. Confluence is another tool that I've used to help teams focus around security, and Confluence is great for collaboration. I've had team members that were involved in creating policies and procedures around security, and so the tool was used to allow all the parties involved to collaborate on those documents and then close them out. And lastly, Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is a great release management tool. It helps with build automation and version control. So on the development side, team members can use this to really keep that continuous integration and that continuous deployment pipeline flowing. But it also has tracking capabilities, just as Jira does. So all the work items, all the sprints could be tracked through ADO as well. So as you can see, the Scrum Master plays a vital role, from leadership to process ownership to continuous improvement. If you're a Scrum Master and you have questions about your role in cybersecurity, leave it below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.